The finished look. This is a backup camera, and you can adjust. Guys, today I got a 2004 Chevy Avalanche, the car I used to have years ago. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna turn the key on and pull the shift down, and he's gonna pull this out. Literally, you don't need tool to pull this out. You just basically, literally, you have to pull a little bit at a time, basically with your hand. Careful up there. Okay, so boom lại. Flip this out like this a little bit. Put this down. Put the shift down right there, right here. There's a push knob if it's still working. Yep. And then you can lift it straight up. And then put this up there, right there. So now put it back, unpark, and you need a 7mm right there. Take this 3 out, 1, 2, 3. Notice I'm not the one that doing it. It's my brother-in-law. He's in training right there. He's got to be careful not dropping that screw down here, because if you drop it, you cannot grab the screw anymore, because it's gonna go all the way down. So be careful with the screw. Put it right. And there's another one. Oh, there should be 3 of them. Missing one, but so now you're gonna try to pull it down. It's gonna be a little bit tight. I don't know why it's tight. Something must be in this. I might have to take a look at it, but be careful. Don't just pull it out. You're gonna rip the wire. So I was able to reach my hand right there and kind of move the wire. I didn't pull this, because if I pulled it, this whole thing will come off right there. So definitely now I got to push both of this piece in, right, this pin right there. Make sure it's up higher than this right there, and then I can take a flathead if it doesn't come up, because it's kind of stuck. See, it's not doing much. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to take a flathead or something, or my tool right here, and pick it up a little bit and pry it out right there. And that was it. If you're looking at this part right there, you push like this. Radio installation, I'm going to need SOCGM17C. This is for Bose or non-Bose, and it does have a reverse output, so I don't have to run it to the reverse wire. I'm going to be installing a XDVD179BT that is made by Dual, and this is a harness for it. I'm going to show you how to wire that up to this crux, the bypass. And if you can see right there, I need to move this to Bose, because it does have a Bose system. And if it's non-Bose, I use this. If it was non-Bose, I didn't have to sell them this expensive harness. I would be able to do the cheaper version. But in my case, this is what I'm going to be doing. Is just this expensive, the more expensive one. And the mounting kit, he used the Scotch. I usually don't do much of the Scotch. So it is a GMT. I'm not laughing. I'm trying to cough, but GMT 2049AB, that all of them will work. So from what I remember, this mounting kit require to remove all of these right there, these and these right there. I just need this and this, if you want to say that, this and this, but you will need to keep this. So this one's gonna go in this spot right there, this hole. Oh, I'm gonna do a good fast forward video right here. I'm using an oscillating tool. I'm gonna be cutting majority of these, and I'm gonna probably use a plier and break it out, kind of whatever you want to use. Got some tool right there. That's one thing I don't, well, these gonna stay right here. I forgot this is I definitely need this part, a certain part, for a single den. I'm gonna try to see, but my main thing was had to take this out right there. Let me double check, because this is single and double den, and I will need to put this thing. Oh yeah, it's already have it already right there, this hole. I'm want to double check myself, but I definitely need, you can read the manual, it's show you how to do it, but I used to this, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Yep. See, this long line right here had to stay on this part, this too, but I'm gonna take this out, all of these out. I'm not just breaking them right now, just cut a little bit and then use a plier and break them, twist them like this. It's ready to go already. I hardly use Scotch. I use Metra was easier to do than this model. See how I do it? And I'm gonna have to take this out also. This one's easy. Just break them like that. And then now come to this part and do the same thing. Twist it. Come out. You probably literally can break this too. See, without using that, but some of them are harder to do, to break. So you can break all this out except this. So now we're going to take this out also. This it made it for you to break it easier right there, but you gotta be careful breaking them. You might break the whole piece right there. I'm gonna just use the tool. Right there. If I can break it easier. Yep. Back and forth. If you don't have the oscillating tool, you're gonna have to take a blade and just score over this right here. If you don't have this tool I have. Right there. I usually you have to take this out too. I usually don't do that. I don't have to if I don't. But if it's possible, just take it out. So now I'm trying to fit it in here. Make sure it's going in. If not, you gotta tap it in. You see what I mean by that? See, you have to break them too. You have to take the blade and break them because the way Scotch make. That's why a lot of professionals don't use Scotch. They did not do a good job on it. I'm not making money by talking about Scotch or Metro or whatever, but something's easier. It's not Scotch.
Or distributor sell them too, but I'm going to take a blade and trim this out some more. Still don't like me. Oh, watch your face. Oh, like that. Be one way. Yeah, I have to score it some more. That's why I don't like it. It was Metro, it was so fast. Not like that. See if I score right there. Boy, I'm having a tough time. see how much work I'm doing? So one of them went in easy, the other one I had to trim every piece of it right there. I just took my time trying to figure it out. So what I've done, I trimmed this down right here. Right there, trim it all down so it'll go in, because the way they made them, somehow the machine must be out of, well, must be a Friday thing. So now, I know this is the right side, so I'm gonna just stick this in. Let's see, he wanted on the top or the bottom. So you can do both ways right there, you can do on the top or on the bottom. So I forgot.
I'm gonna show you this one. You're not gonna get a perfect out of it, because the way this is, you need more room for here and you need more room for here. And then if you wanna put these whole bracket right, you're gonna have to do it this way. But once this thing will cover, because this radio required to pull out a little bit, because you don't wanna cut this lip right there and right here. You wanna make sure it go back like this. So this might not be a perfect thing, but I'm gonna put some tape behind it so it kind of hide the holes a little bit, because this is pushed out some more. I don't want to cut anymore because it required this to hold this bracket. I don't want to start cutting this piece and then use only one screw here. So that's how this thing is. I wouldn't recommend put the single DIN on this model. Every radio's got a different one. Some of them can slide out a little bit and push up, and this one doesn't have that option, because you got this little legs or arm that's sticking out right here. I'll show you when it's almost done, when it's done, what I'm talking about. This wire look complicated, but it's not complicated. So you put red to red, yellow to yellow, black to black, except if you're gonna have a screen, you're gonna hook up the brake wire to the ground with this, as you can see. And then my option with this one, because it's got a reverse camera, I use the reverse right there. It's a different color right there. I would say reverse. And then this purple reverse from the bypass, the 17C. So everything else hooked up the same way, illumination, everything hooked up. And I did hook up one extra piece because of the got a built-in amp or both system. You're gonna have to hook up the amp turn on right there to this remote turn on right there together. If not, it's not gonna have sound. But other than that, everything's good to go. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plug this harness in right here. There's only one way to plug it in, so if it don't go in, that means you need to flip it upside down. See, it's gonna go in right there. He doesn't want the radio, so I'm not gonna worry about that one. So now for whatever reason, if you got a double din, which is easy to do, but you're gonna have to break all this out using an oscillating tool or whatever means. Sometimes I take a flathead and hit it and break this piece, just this out here. If not, double din will not fit. Depend on what kind of radio you bought. If you bought a Pioneer, Sony, you're definitely gonna need that, or whatever brand, most likely you're gonna have to break that. So what I'm gonna be hooking it up is the camera in. Well, I'm not teaching how to do the camera, so you might not be able to see everything. So yes, you do have to make sure when you run the wire, you're not bending this piece for the camera, and plug it in to the camera input. Like I said, different radio has a different way to hook it up, and I hope I don't have to do more work, even though it seemed like I'm done. So now I'm going to pull this wire out a little bit more and plug it in. Probably hear me breathing because my stomach is kind of trying to reach to it, and hopefully this thing go easy in without me having to do any extra piece. Okay, yes, looks good so far. Now I'm gonna try to put the bracket in. I want to make sure it works first. So one thing about this one is I don't like about is this piece right there. See? So you're gonna have to turn the key on and shift it down a little bit and push open. I want to make sure it works first before I even do all this. So see, because it will touch this piece. Now you're good. But I want to make sure the sound, everything's good. There you go. We got sound, so I'm good. I'm going to push it back close. So basically, I have to pull this out like this. Right there. And then now you'll be able. That's one thing I don't like about this. And I'm gonna put the bracket back, the dash back in. And a lot of people have issue right there where they didn't. This piece doesn't go in right there. So make sure this metal is going the right hole. And I don't like it already. What happened is this piece right there needs to stay on here to make it look good. But hopefully it looks okay. Like I said, there's a lot of issue. If you have a double din with this model, everything be easy and great, and no have to do what I'm doing right now. But it's kind of right there. That's all I can do. I can't make any more better work than that. I mean, if you have to do, you have to trim all that little stuff right there to get it to go stay in all the way. Let me see what happened. See? Oh. See what I'm saying? Stuck right in here already by having that issue. So might have to trim a little bit over here using a blade and try to pry it in. Yep, right there. I'm gonna just kind of trimming it. The finished look. This is a backup camera, and you can adjust it forward a little bit or backward, but a certain model, I'm not sure if it's got that option, but I mean, it can tilt back this way, or I think so. Yeah, right here. Yep, right there. You can literally tilt it like this, and then when you place close, you're gonna have to pull it and let it go like that. But yep, that's it. Thanks for watching.